Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Operation Aegis, our Lancer actual play. I'm your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Sarah playing Vika, Patrick playing Freddy, Cara playing Tiana, Eric playing Uriah, and Jeremy playing Cortev. Who remembers where we left off last week?
We had managed to hold off the attack, and the Squad B showed up as reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask Charlie Wayne, I'm sure he would say that y'all were Squad B.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Was it Mad Dogs?
I called them Squad B because I could not remember the Mad Dog's name. So,
I'm
But
sure
yeah.
they would say that. They're allowed to be wrong, but
Are they wrong? Or are y'all
Yeah.
the Jack Burton of this whole thing?
I mean, they did lose to us, so
honestly, trick us though. Just to check, do you see an N in front of your PC? Hmm?
Alright. So yeah, y'all held out. Y'all were camping at a farm. You managed to hold out. Got notified that enemy forces were incoming. But you managed to hold out until the Mad Dogs arrived. And I think you had gotten a couple of interesting bits of information.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Just a few.
Yep.
wee
It's a
bit.
cult.
We found out one's an acolyte of Naruto, and they're trying to put.
They pray with their
One-
arms pushed backwards.
No. And they're trying to, and there's a union, and what was the other company? Sorry.
It was they were using both the Union mechs and the enemies
yeah,
mechs,
the Shinar.
the Shinar
Shinar.
mechs. Yeah.
Yeah, as like
Mott Shinar
just
is the name of
trying
the
to-
other government.
trying to pit them together against each other, not together.
And it wasn't that they like had it's not like it was actually mechs from those governments. They just had outward, markings.
Mm.
It didn't really
They had the
fool your
appearance
sensors or
of-
anything. But just a civilian observing would have thought they belonged to these other groups. Ah, there it is. I've got too many windows.
We also know their mission was to kill the VIP and make it look like the Shinar did it.
Yes.
I thought it was. Was it Shinar or Union? They wanted to make it.
It was Shinar.
Yes, because that was part of the question was, we're already at war with them. Why frame them?
Yeah.
Going to be a very long, very complicated debriefing report. Vika will just copy Uriah's.
She'll just have to alter the point of view slightly.
Yeah, just
Anytime
a
he
few
talks about
changes here and there.
talks about looking up at something, you talk about looking down at something.
Yeah, just a couple point of view changes.
And then there's Rabbi, who just turns in the recording from her NHP.
Turning in footage is good. That does not excuse you from not doing the paperwork.
Oh no, she's gonna do the paperwork. She just is also gonna turn in
Walked to base.
everything.
Fetched target. Walked back. Miscellaneous combats in between.
It's a page about this long.
It's double spaced and big font.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that really fancy letter at the beginning, the illuminated font.
The only citation is look at NHP footage.
So you march away from the farm. I think some of you were a little banged up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
little, he says.
Some of us were quite a bit banged up. I think we all left our health points in the roll 20.
Yeah, I'm barely nearly.
Oh, yes, you
structured.
did. I see that now. I don't know. Most of you aren't too banged up. I mean, you're right, I guess.
I'm very nearly structured.
That's a little
yeah.
mech getting structured between friends.
Look, that's only your first health bar in this.
Mm-hmm.
You've got what?
I'm
4
just gonna be over
structure,
here,
3
guys.
structure. I mean, they didn't. If they haven't structured you yet, that means they didn't even get a third of the way through you, or 4th, depending on how much structure you got out. But anyway, so you and the Mad Dogs march away from the farm as quick as you can. Through the night into the next day. Then you finally have to camp. And if you want, you can have spent some of your repairs probably on the march to some degree. And certainly when you stop for the evening.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can repair up. Good to know.
Yep.
Well, it's a limited supply of the stuff. You might want to save it.
Oh no, I'm absolutely going down to repair 4 to get my HP back up to 17 from 2.
I mean, it's not important. You're not going to need it tonight.
You sit upon a throne of lies, sir.
I'd like to roll insight on the DM.
Yeah.
Natural 20, it fails. What?
No, you rolled a natural 20. Clearly, I'm telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that whole. The room looks empty.
Yep.
I'm feeling attacked. I will want an apology when the session is over.
I didn't say it.
So anyway, you camp out. You repair. You camp out to get some sleep. There's enough of you between you and the Mad Dog. You can always have a handful of people, in their mechs on watch.
Mm.
The night passes uneventfully.
I actually talked to Mad Dog and just asked. No, not Mad Dogs.
Charlie Wayne is
Charlie
Mad
Wayne.
Man.
Charlie
Or
Wayne.
Wild Man, excuse me, Wild Man.
Talk to Wild Man. Like, did you at least get the transmission that we sent out?
Yes. When you punched up the broadcaster, yeah, he said it got through. We were relatively close by, so we were ordered to come in and kind of back you up.
What were y'all doing nearby? Or is that super secret?
It's not super secret. I mean, don't go blamming it to civilians or something. But they were trying to track down a suspected infiltrator.
There were a lot of those at the base.
Yeah, that doesn't narrow it down at all.
Yeah.
Well, not one of your infiltrators.
No.
This was a guy that they'd become suspicious of. But then when they went to arrest him, he'd already split. So we ran into him, or we ran into a squad of Shannara Lancers that were rendezvousing with him. Pretty sure sign of guilt, in my point of view.
Can't do it. Right, I'm not here.
Do what now? Oh, that's right. Talking to Trey. So exactly what he quizzes you on exactly what went down at that base.
Well, the moment we arrived, there were a lot of infiltrators there. I mean, by infiltrators, they already had a team ready to extract them, but apparently us showing up forced them to move faster than they liked.
So sending y'all there was like throwing gasoline on fire. And Justin's sitting there with you because he is, delighted to be out of a mech. He thought he wanted to be a Lancer when he was younger. Now he's not so sure about that.
Good bits to it, but there's a lot of this.
Justin spends the time around the campfire chatting up any of the female Lancers that, aren't on watch.
That's not going to work.
What do you mean?
Like I said, Vika's like, he has a very punchable, pretty boy politician son face. She's had enough of that.
Well, once he gets that vibe, from Vika, there are plenty of other fish in the sea.
Also,
Enjoy fishing, boy.
Or in his case,
if
that
you
might
call
actually
it-
make him want it more.
The second
that.
Uriah notices that the guy's kind of like bouncing between the female Lancers, the second he gets close to Vika, he knows Vika can take care of herself, but there's a shh as the blade comes out of his arm. And it's just
I'll talk to him, but not like that.
So he winds up spending most of the evening talking to either Slipstream or a Flamingo of the Mad Dogs. You don't think they're serious about him or anything, but they're at least talking to him and keeping each other occupied.
mhm.
But the next day rolls around. Like I said, night passes uneventfully. Y'all load back up. Just as he got a slight sigh as he gets back in the back of the mech again.
How much longer?
And that'll be
Uh,
much.
Oh, it's another day or so. But within a few hours, you come out of the communication interference.
Okay. Yay.
There's still a fair amount of drones in the air.
Mhm.
But most of the ones that you can identify are from your side.
I also ask, has there been any word on that interference, or is that just a recent thing that's been dropping on us?
Let's see. Oh, crap, what's her name? Shoot. Anyway, one of the Mad Dogs pipes up. Yeah, that's been something they've been dealing with for about a week, I think. They're sending out some specialized equipment to try to find where the interference is coming from. Hopefully, it's not just the sheer amount of drone. Hopefully they don't have all that equipment mounted on drones flying around. They're also sending some backup to swap out some personnel at the forward base.
Well, until they, take the forward base, they're gonna have some problems.
Charlie Wayne just kind of looks over at you. What'd you do?
I may or may not have quickly developed and rendered a virus that basically bombards the enemy's entire forward operating base with junk data.
He looks at you. His eyes go 1,000-yard stare because he clearly has no idea what you mean by junk data.
Have you heard of a DDoS?
Is that a type of sheet?
Distributed denial of service.
And I chime in. He's overwhelming their servers with information.
I'm basically crashing their servers.
Oh.
Imagine someone standing outside your door banging pots and pans 24 hours a day nonstop. That's what he's doing.
And that person is Uriah.
So basically, the old Shinar are really going to be wanting to punch Uriah in the face.
Oh, more than
More
once.
than normal.
I see this as an absolute win.
Until you
I
get
want to get punched in the face. I get punched. They punch me in the face.
Well, I mean,
Face.
I'll-
Punch me in the face. Face.
I'll-
Face.
I see it
You're
like this. If I get punched in the face, Vika will probably kill them.
Oh, Lord.
That's just emotional
mean-
manipulation.
Go ahead. You can't unkill me, Svika. You can't unpunch that face.
I've done worse.
So once you break through, you're able to radio your pickup.
Mm-hmm.
He is waiting for you at the rendezvous point y'all already set up.
Yeah.
Quick, get on it before something attacks us.
Why
Nothing's
must one
going to
tempt fate
attack you.
like that? Uh-huh.
So you arrive back at the clearing. The transport's got enough room for both squads. It'll be, maybe a little more cramped flying home than it was flying out of here.
Big transport. But it works.
So y'all load up. As he's getting, up in the cockpit, they radio back or intercom back. But they're getting ready to take off. Basically, everybody strap in. Kind of the usual.
Mm-hmm.
The transport takes off. Y'all are sitting around for a few minutes, kind of waiting for him to tell you can get up. Till finally Charlie Wayne gets tired of waiting and just pops his seatbelt. And once he does that, the dam is broke. Most of his squad gets up. Charlie Wayne pulls out a deck of cards. And then he kind of looks over at y'all. Anybody want to lose some money?
Oh, you think I'm gonna lose money?
Yes.
Funny of you to assume that I have money. I'm in.
Justin
we
Focus
live-
can get out of the mech, but
Though we live in a
He got out of the
post-scarcity
mech when
environment.
y'all got in the vehicle.
yeah. Oh, okay.
What were you saying, Patrick?
Though we live in a post-scarcity economy. I'm in.
It's a little less post-scarcity when you get away from the core.
Hmm.
So Charlie Wayne goes and sets up the table. Who wants to play him?
I'm in.
Alright, so we got Cortev.
I'm in.
Sure, I'll lose money.
Alright, so
Wait, can I ask what
Cortev.
stats we're using first? Because I feel like we would know this before we join in.
Ty is
Or
not
just
going
dice.
to join in. Ty is not going to join in, but she's going to have Rabby keep an eye on their trajectory and what direction they're heading.
Okay.
Make sure they're still going towards Union territory.
They are not.
I tell those of my party.
What?
The
There it
envelope
is.
comes out and Uriah marches to the cockpit.
Yep.
What?
Charlie's like, oh, son of a... And starts putting his cards up.
Justin, get back in the mech.
We don't get to have fun at all. Like, just whining.
You were
and bitching.
supposed to. You weren't supposed to notice this right away. I didn't know he was going to turn on his mech sensors.
Vika's like,
I'm like, with as much turnaround as this has happened, hell no. Triana ain't trusting shit.
Vika's appreciative, but she's cussing the whole time she goes back to her mech to get her giant, like, F-off gauntlets.
I was gonna clean him out.
I was gonna have just one moment of quiet and getting my butt kicked at cards, but no!
We could have had a moment of deep role play, and you had to ruin it.
Sorry.
We'll get those anyway.
Anyway,
We're giving you shit, Car.
Actually, she instead of telling Justin to get back in the mech, she tosses him a shotgun.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's how that works. Tossing, like, because the shotgun's like
No,
you
no,
and a
like-
half.
No, it's like the personal shotgun, like her.
Oh,
normal
okay.
full
shotgun.
size shotguns.
Yeah.
Okay.
A pilot shotgun. Yeah.
I was like, you're giving your mech a little toy, a little
Here.
thimble.
No.
Here, take
no.
this.
We're on in the air. I'm not giving him my mech.
Here, do a crime.
I'm not a Caliban. I'm not a deck sweeper.
I mean, we get to second license level.
All right,
Yeah,
so most
that-
everybody is scrambling for weapons, but Uriah, you said you were walking straight to the...
Yeah, he's got weapons on him at all times.
Vika's following Uriah as soon as she gets her weapons.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah?
Stealth suit. And she pops stealth herself.
He hits it and... then you say, if any of y'all feel a hand on your shoulder, that's just me letting you know I'm there.
If you feel an elbow to your face, that's just me letting you know that I'm there too.
We don't need to trip over each other to fight.
Okay, and again, you said we are not heading towards Union space. We're basically heading towards.
We're heading somewhere.
You're heading kind
It's
of...
not Union.
Not directly back, not over your direct route back, but yes, basically you're heading towards... you're heading back
National
towards
space.
the border. It's like he just took off and started flying the wrong direction.
Okay, that was my
Start up.
other question. I was going to see how. Well, I was going to. I'll get in whip, and I'm going to do a scan on the transport. Can I get a idea of the destination?
Well, let's see. Rabbit could give Whip the, the direction they were flying already. If you just trace out a straight line, you go, potentially deeply into Shinar territory, depending on how far across the border they go. But it seems to be aimed at a fairly depopulated area. dry, arid foothills of a larger mountain range. So, like, not heading towards one of their big known military bases or one of their major cities.
I didn't just march for a week and some change to go back to the butt crack of a mountain. Let's go.
All right, you're at the door.
Uriah.
What you doing?
Go X-Men claws.
Actually, one moment. Where's? Let me double check what this says. Okay. I'm assuming I'm just going to be assuming the door is probably sealed or locked.
It is, and it's pretty sturdy.
Okay. Can I utilize Invent Create to use use my plasma pistol? Basically, just take out whatever seal. just take
Just
out
lightsabering it.
Well, no, lightsabering is like the whatever like control panel like is keeping it sealed to like overload it and basically force it open.
Well, with a plasma torch, you'd just be burning the thing, basically.
Yeah, if you do hack and fix, you might be able to catch them by surprise.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll use Hacker Fix then.
All right. So you quietly get up there and start tinkering with the control panel.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me a roll for that. This one is going to be.
Do I get my mechanic background for this?
Yes. Oh, yes, you would. Hang on just 1 second.
Vika, quietly from a little bit further behind. If that doesn't work, holding up thermite charge.
We'll save that for like plan like G.
Regretful noises putting thermite charge back into pocket.
All right, this is going to be a risky roll.
Okay.
Basically, if you fail it, you triggered a security thing and it just locks down completely.
Oh, fun.
You know, to the point that it will have to be manually opened from the inside. Or, you have to blow through the entire door some kind of way.
Punch through it.
Or Vika is just Vika.
Like I said, it is a sturdy door.
Just roll a 20. How hard could it be?
That is true.
Max, bro.
29. I
That's
literally rolled
max.
maximum.
Good God.
How hard could it be?
Just roll a 20. It's fine.
Jason kept saying, "Use the digital roll 20 dice. They love you." We didn't know he was so right.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, I know.
See, once again, you've been suspicious of me for no reason. Well, for not a whole lot of reasons.
For not that particular reason.
All right, so you bypass it, and you're ready. You can just tap the thing down, and the door goes.
He turns around, just grins wide at Vika.
Vika's like, "Look, as much as I want to rush in there and punch the guy," she like looks behind her. Has anyone else rolled up to help?
Everybody has rolled up to help.
You don't see Ty or Justin.
I love it when a plan comes together. And she's like, "Let's go."
Now,
Riot.
it's a narrow. It's one narrow doorway. So,
And
Uriah literally like, y'all ready?
Like single file kind of doorway, or two abreast doorway, or 1.5.
only one
abreast
person can go through the actual doorway
at a time.
0.5 Savikas.
Vika will volunteer to go first because she has at least like something with a little bit of armor on. She has a hard suit.
Yeah, Yeah, whoever's going first, when they get ready to go, Uriah is basically just with a very dramatic like up arm and then bow like towards the door as he slaps the door open.
So it's kind of bow back up against to give her room to get by.
Basically.
Vika, the door springs open, and you are greeted by the sight of the pilot is sitting where he should be. The co-pilot is on the ground, and someone is holding a gun to his head, and there are 3 other men standing around in the cockpit. One of them, as the door hisses open, turns around and looks very surprised to see everybody. But, well, what little bit he can see everybody with Vika.
So is it our original? Is it our original pilot in the pilot seat? And then there's 3 other guys?
And then the co-pilot.
Your pilot is in the pilot seat.
Okay.
The co-pilot is laid out on the ground, and someone is holding and a man is holding a gun to his head.
Got it.
And then there were 3 more guys that were standing around in there. All of them are armed, but surprised when the door kicks open.
Seeing that the guy has a gun aimed at him, she is going to try to tackle the guy with a gun, or at least body block the co-pilot from getting shot.
All right.
And get somewhere quickly. Will that assist?
Yes, I'll let that assist. Since it's like a diving thing. I am going to say that this is risky.
Just roll a 20.
I'll roll a random dice if this goes poorly to see if he shoots the guy or if he shoots at you.
She is the bigger target, but okay. What do I have? Okay, +2.
And you got a 22.
Roll a 20.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, don't forget your extra for grit.
A 23.
Hello, yes, bang.
I love how like both the twins are just sitting here, just like, fair enough, let's go.
We haven't got to fight anyone outside of a mech suit in like 4 days. Let's go.
So door hits open. Dude looks surprised. And you just brush past him, just diving tackle.
She goes full Brock Sampson.
One of your hands just locks on the wrist of the guy's gun arm and slams it up, and then you kind of shoulder him off further away from the co-pilot. And he's just sitting there.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Good.
That's next round. All right, so that was one of y'all.
Well, we're not in we're in narrative mode, aren't we?
Yeah. I still got to pick one of y'all. Oh, that's right. My guys don't. Well, no, my guys still.
You just happen to have 2 20s that got rolled, so no adverse effects happened.
Would we get the flip flop with them being surprised? Or was
You're
it
right.
only...
I'll let you all take one round of actions for.
I'll go ahead and say Uriah's actions basically. He opened the door and gestured everybody in. That's Uriah's action.
All right. Then Vika dove in. What are the rest? How are the rest of you planning to do this?
Well,
because the entire group can't flood into the cockpit just based off.
Seeing as everyone else is focused on the door, Tiana is going to do a sweep of the rest of the ship, and have Rabbi do a scan.
Okay.
For persons.
Scan for peoples.
Question: with that 20, would Vika get a chance to see? Are they dressed kind of similar to the people that they fought back at the farm?
They are all dressed in union uniforms.
They could have stole it. Okay.
They could have stole it.
Actually, give me a roll. This is for see how observant Vika is.
You realize I'm going to roll a 1 now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Probably. That's how this works.
7.
Yep, they look like they're wearing union uniforms.
Fair enough.
So Vika's got the one that was causing like immediate danger, and the other two are just like
The other three.
hard knuckled in there.
They're all sitting there with weapons out. Like they may have been planning to do something about y'all here in a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You know, once you got deeply engrossed in your card game.
Did you want me to roll something for the scan? Or the sweep?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me one for rabbits. I mean, you're going around looking at stuff. That's going to take more than one round, but a sensor sweep, not so much.
That ain't
She
happening.
trips.
Poor Mech
Apparently she's not
trips.
paying enough attention.
No, all those 20s have to have their
Yep.
countering the low rolls.
Balance of the force.
Hey, I said I was going to start rolling bad. Of course, it wasn't on
Hold your shot.
Overwatch either, so.
You gotta preface everything with your own Overwatch.
Tab's going to
I eat lunch on Overwatch.
Kratab's going to slide in and rather than get into like a scuffle per se, he's just trying to disarm them because we are still flying and
That you
firing
are.
off weapons.
And the control systems are up here and the front
Yeah,
window.
sounds ill-advised. So I'm just going to try to disarm the two guys.
You're trying
One
to
at a
go-
time, of course.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna disarm them or disarm them?
No, that's your job.
Yes.
So I will. Would I be able to make use of get some more quick on this? Because I'm trying to zoom in and like, I'm not hurting. I'm just disarming, disabling.
Yeah,
I let
I
the big
guess.
person go in first, and then yeah. Okay. Alrighty. That's. Wait, no. My get some more quick is actually bigger now. 1 sec. Yes, it is. It's +6 for this mission. 10 plus 6 plus 1 is 17.
Okay, you run up, and you kind of grab his.
I kind of do the thing where I like pop him back a little bit, and in the same fluid motion, just take it and put it somewhere.
Yeah, he's got like a little semi-auto.
Weapons on the craft? Are you insane? Wow, that went. That was
that
that was an
peaked.
emphasis echo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was good. Do it again.
Dramatic.
All right, Freddie, what are you doing?
Well, all right. Now that as you said, there were like 3 people. Apparently, just getting all the contacts. Because, like I said, I ended up going to the mech with all right, Rabbit, and while I'm there, I'm going to do another. Essentially, I'm going to use. Does this transport have internal cameras like Overwatch in the cargo bay?
In the cargo bay, yes. They don't have anything like in the cockpit.
I do a quick rundown. I don't know if I'd have to do investigate for this or not. I'm going to do a quick check to see whether, because essentially try to figure out when do these individuals get on board.
Okay. You can give me a roll for that.
Joke's on us. They've always been there.
Been here
Yes.
all along.
Melded out of the rafters.
Bum bum bum.
Always has been.
Pow.
All right, so you got an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're not. They have such a system. You're not having any luck getting into it. You know, you can try again next round, but for the moment, you're being stymied.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tiana was in the back. Charlie Murphy starts to head in.
Charlie Murphy?
Charlie Murphy. Charlie Wayne.
Charlie Murphy!
But but as he does that, one of his squad members, Umberta, the kind of pale one you met before, she kind of stops him. Charlie, if you get in there, ain't nobody gonna have any room to swing.
That might be a good thing.
But he wants to get in the fight. Vika, you hear him. Vika, throw me one!
Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything, but there is a bit of a grin. Like, this might actually happen.
Fastball special, but fucked up.
Just chucks the guy back down the hallway. Catch! No.
Yeah, well,
yeah, she's literally got that one guy already.
We're starting the next round, so Vika, if you want to kick it off, you can.
Do it.
No, she wants to punch. She has the guy down. She has probably a little bit of advantage on punching him.
I'll give you an accuracy.
Yeah. I gotta check and see what my weapon has here. Oh, good. It balances out her inaccurate. $13?
13. That's enough to pop him a good one.
That would be 3 damage.
Okay.
And he's prone again.
Well, he's not unprone. The way she tackled him, I kind of picture him already being basically mushed down into the corner.
Yeah, she might be like partially sitting on him. There might be a knee in an uncomfortable place.
All right, so you pop him. He is, of course, trying to get loose. Cortev, the one you grabbed the gun from, is going to try to punch you in the face. What are you trying to accomplish?
I think Kortev's thing is like when he's not in a mech is all about like Aikido. So I think he wants to like direct him and will actually try to push him out to Charlie Wayne.
Okay.
He's using the JD.
The JUDO.
Just like redirecting energy. So
Yeah.
someone just like Spider-Man 1 where he just kind of goes like that. Just like moves him.
Gonna just lightning bend him out into the hallway.
Wow.
Yeah, give me a roll for that. Got any skills that would trigger?
Unless you want to count and get somewhere quick, but it doesn't matter because I rolled a 20.
Yeah, in this case, not really.
Just roll a 20. It works every time.
So you basically kick him by the arm and kind of ballet dance him around, and then, until you're by the door, or, in front of the door. And you go flinging him back out into Charlie Wayne's arms. You see him just go, ah!
Goodbye,
Now-
good flight.
Cortev is not super strong. The dude's not in the air. The dude is stumbling forward trying to catch his balance, but moving with some speed.
No, Kortev is just redirecting energy that was sent his way.
You're right. You see Charlie Wayne grab the guy, lift him up in the air, slam him down, and then him and his entire squad start putting the boots to him.
The one JoJo gift where they're curb stomping the guy.
Yeah.
Give him the boots. Medium style.
Poor Justin's in the back going, oh, I am not seeing this potential Warcraft.
Does Justin say that out loud?
No.
Okay. Uri just watch that, just goes, It's never a war crime the first time.
But yeah, no, Justin's just following Tiana, or walking where he thinks Tiana is. They're both invisible. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine like him and Tiana here at Uri just go, it's never a war crime the first time. And it's like, oh no.
That's not how this works. That's not how this works.
Wasn't there a convention about this?
They can retroactively enforce it.
It's not a crime if no one lives to report it.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Oh God.
Ah,
We're one step above murder hobos right now.
it's a tenuous step.
Or
Well, y'all are in
murder
y'all's
like
home.
leasers
Y'all
or
are,
something.
y'all are roughing up the guys that invaded your home.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
sort of.
I mean, this is our guy's way home, so.
They hijacked one of our planes, basically. We're on hijacking.
Yeah.
So while
they
we're
broke
in-
the cardinal rule of dealing with America: don't touch the boats.
So we're in here, and our mechs are offline, right?
Tiana has woken Rabbit up.
Yeah.
To do some scans.
Evie is online.
Or Evie, excuse me.
Yeah.
Rabbit's the AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have like a meta plot question then.
Mm.
If all of us have the same license and most of us have the same vehicle, can someone, because they can also pilot an Everest pilot mine?
I believe there are biometrics involved.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I know, like, if you print a second mech, the one you already had printed shuts down.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because they're only licensing you.
More to the point, what's funny is the reason why I remember this so well is because it works the same way for Imperial Knights in Warhammer. There's a neurological bridge that attaches to you when you basically set into the mech, which allows you to connect to the mech you're piloting. That's sort of a one-way direct link between you and the mech, and doesn't work for anyone else.
Okay, it's Exo Squad. Got it.
It's powered by me. Got it.
More or less.
Okay, then disregard that for now. I took the AI out of this, and I think I did.
It's a good idea though.
If I did or not.
If you have an AI in your mech, they can pilot the mech themselves.
If they feel like it.
If they feel like it.
But they can't
Uh,
use your talents unless you have a particular talent.
Unless you have
Sure.
Technophile, yeah.
Oh, I took it out because I needed some other stuff in there. But yeah, no, that's fine. We're good.
All right.
Mhm.
So, Cortev has thrown one of the guys out.
Mhm.
Vika has one of them pinned down. So that leaves two guys standing. One of them has his gun out and he's going to take a shot at Cortev. This is close quarters. So go ahead and roll me whatever you would roll to evade something like this.
I would still kind of argue get somewhere quick to just like, oh, nope.
Y'all are trying to get somewhere quick into your Omni skill.
I'm not trying to.
Actually, what would be evasion?
Actually, hold on. There's a different one.
Because you still have your regular character evasion.
Yes, that is
Mhm.
true. That is true.
So wouldn't they have to roll to try and hit the evasion or our evasion?
When you're in the out of mech stuff, players are the only ones rolling, and
I
it's all
see.
skill checks. All the other combat stuff goes away. It's just skill checks.
Is
Yeah,
where's
the evasion
critical
is
file?
for some reason you're disembarked in the middle of mech combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a separate set of stats for what represents you in mech combat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
You
I
know-
just evade. Yep.
Okay.
That's gonna be. Fuck, great. Oh, 10 on the nose.
Okay. So he tries to fire on you. You jump out of the way. It plows into the wall. Real close though. You basically felt the
Yeah.
wind off of it as it went by.
Whew.
The other one is going to try to fire down the hallway, or not down the hallway, through the door.
Coach Charlie.
Would that be at me since I'm kind of there, or at one of Charlie Wayne's squad?
It could be any of you.
He's just firing wildly, or what?
He's just sending it down, you know, trying to clear, make sure no more of y'all come through the doorway.
Gotcha. He's just like
Since 2 in here seems
suppression,
to be plenty for them to handle.
suppression firing in there.
So what is Uriah going to do? Since he's the only one close enough to potentially actually respond. Charlie Wayne and his crew are occupied.
So does he see the guy aiming the gun?
Yes.
Close the door.
Give me a roll. See if you're quick enough to do it before you get the shot off.
Okay.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
I think this would be just a D20 plus 1. Because I don't think that any skill check I have of mine would help.
All right, give it a roll.
Can the door get somewhere quick?
It doesn't have that skill, sorry, or that trait.
Damn.
I mean, I know I do, but
The door has like charm skills.
nope. 4.
Word on the street.
Oh, Lord. The first thing that popped in my head when it has charm skills. Roll to seduce the door, dear Lord.
And maybe if it was one of the Fable games.
No.
I see what you did there.
All right, so you got a 4.
So the door does not close fast enough, I imagine.
So he gets a shot off. I'm going to roll a dice. Even or odd, Eric? If I get what you call, it hits you. Otherwise, it fires down towards Charlie Wayne's group.
Hold on. I have a dice ring for this. Even.
It is odd. It does not hit you. It does not hit Uriah, I should say.
Okie dokie.
No, flamingo.
No, actually, you hear Charlie Wayne scream. Ouch!
No.
Right in
Shot
the
him in the
ass! And Uriah, you see Charlie. Charlie's like grabbing his backside.
We were joking.
Too bad.
I'm gonna get shot in the ass.
The rest of his guys look up concerned. One of them kind of does this, does this little head tilt to. I don't think it got through your armor, and they all go back to curb stomping. Charlie Wayne is still sitting there, looking back, towards
The
the
door's
cockpit.
closed.
Oh, that's right, it did close. In that case, he's glaring at Uriah like he should have been faster.
Why didn't you close it faster, dang it?
He's like, great. Now they're trapped in here with us.
Can I, for the rest of my turn, open the door back up, look in, and go, that was rude. Shoot a man in the ass like that.
Shooting on a play?
Bullets on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Freddy, are you going to continue trying to get into the system?
Which I also go over comms. Is everything all right up front?
You hear Charlie Wayne on the
Situation
radio.
ended.
No, they shot me in the ass. Who shoots a man in the ass?
Curb stomp the guy on the ground, you'll feel better.
Vika can't answer because she's laughing and punching a little bit too much right now.
Think how
I'm
scary
gonna
that must be for the men in the cockpit. They're not hearing y'all's comms. Vika just starts laughing while she's punching down. Guy.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to roll again.
Okay.
There we go.
Yay.
All right. Finally, you get the code right and get into the system.
1, 1, 1, 1.
So you quickly flip back through the cameras, and basically you see there's a little bit of jostling when the thing lands. When they landed back here waiting on you. You kind of fast forward 30-40 minutes. The back door opens. And you see these guys in Union uniforms. They come rushing up. One of them's a little bit ahead, and two of them are like carrying, arm over each shoulder, carrying one of the other guys. And there are, stained spots on his uniform. It looks like he might be in. You see the co-pilot go back to the meeting, but as soon as the co-pilot gets within reach of him, they jump him.
How many?
Probably the 3 we have on board.
Well, it's a total of 4 that were in the cockpit.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's those 4.
All right.
And like I said, they're in the on camera what looks like the Union uniforms. Alright, so that was 3.
Yeah. Ty's the only one who hasn't gone if this is round 2.
Alright.
I think. Ty's like gonna stand up just and walk over to where she can see into the door and Overwatch. So
the next time one of you guys tries to take a shot.
Yeah.
Everyone's ass will be safe.
The next time one of y'all fails a roll and is about to get hurt, Tiana gets to jump up and slap the attack down. Out of my house.
No.
If I ever give her a knife and she's in a stealth suit, stab.
What is dripping this blood all over the place? Alright, so we're back around to the top of the order. Oh, let's see.
If nothing else, Cortev's gonna also disarm the other guy who's shooting down the hall, or was attempting to shoot down the hall.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm going to give you a difficulty because as you die for the other guy. Oh no, wait! You threw your first. Never mind. You threw your first.
Nope. I tossed him out. I emptied the room.
Never mind. Your pathway is clear.
I don't get it though. I rolled a 1.
All right. In that case, he shoots you.
Yep.
Unless somebody shoots him first.
Sure. Well, I'm between a closed door, so I don't think.
I think you're right. Open the door back up.
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He did. He opened it to say, "You're rude."
So Tiana, you see Cortel jump this other guy and go to grab his gun, and the guy manages to slide the gun smoothly out of his grip, and is clearly about to shoot him.
Okay. Let's see. I assume that take someone out would count into this.
I mean, it sounds like.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Nope. First fail on Overwatch.
It happens to all of us.
Unless
you
his
hit
evasion
instead of going through the door, it hits the door frame.
Unless his evasion is 8. Because
no, with skill checks, none of those stats apply unless it's mech combat.
Yep.
Nope.
Where I failed in this instance is I should have told you it was risky because if you missed him, it would fly back and take out the windshield.
Okay.
But I forgot to.
Yeah, too late.
But for next time, you know.
Yep.
So he shoots me.
So I won't be shooting that way.
Oh yeah. Now, how much damage do you take? Because I forgot to look up what the weapon damages are. Let's see. 3 points of damage.
Oh.
Wait, you're taking, Now, do you have a hard suit or?
Yes, I do.
Check
have
your
a
equipment.
I'm
See,
a mobility hard suit.
check, see how that might affect things.
It does not. I don't have armor.
Pilots. Oh, okay. Pilots can have an armor of 1 or 2.
Mine gives me extra speed, but did not give me armor.
Gotcha. Okay.
How much did you take?
3.
Mm.
Yep. That hurt. So he kind of like. I don't think he crumples necessarily, but the shock of it, like actually getting hit, like sends them back against the wall.
Right.
Okay then.
Sorry, I was still reading something. But anyway. So yeah, you take a pretty bad shot from an assault rifle.
My people fluids are leaking.
Yeah, a little bit.
Listen,
Quite a bit,
specifically
quite a
stay
bit.
inside. They're like up this way.
But it's not any vital organ, so you're still good in that regard.
Fortunately, missed the vital bits.
Fortunately.
Let's see. The other one. Let's see. You went after the one that was shooting down the hallway.
Yep.
The other
I
one
have
was the one
one.
that was already shooting at you. But he saw you take that shot, so he's going to step over and basically try to bring the butt of his rifle down on the back of Vika's head while she's down there pounding on his other buddy. What does Vika
Head
want to
just
accomplish
turns
this
like an
round?
owl. No.
That'd be some weird cybernetics.
Yeah.
Not weird like it's undoable, just weird like why would you bother?
The lulls. If she can kind of see the guy out of the corner of her eye, could she reach back with like a foot and try to trip him?
Oh, sure. Just give me the roll.
Would stay cool apply to this? Perform a task that requires concentration, dexterity, speed, or precision under pressure.
I'll say it'll count since this isn't just you trying to smash somebody in the face.
Okay, that's fair.
This is a little more, a skill-based sort of attempt.
11.
Just barely. So you manage to swing your foot out and basically just as he's putting weight on a foot stepping forward, you kick it out from under. He doesn't take any damage, but he does fall prone.
Could use some help up here.
Okay.
All right.
Who has not gone?
I haven't, at least this round.
Just
And I will. Sorry.
would that count as her full turn reacting to that?
Yes, because you had a definite effect on somebody.
Fair enough, fair enough. Just want to make sure.
I will dismount and rush up to the cockpit, probably
All right.
bypassing Charlie and them.
Roll me a get somewhere quick, because you're at another part of the ship. It's not like huge distance away, but
Nope. Just by one.
you're trying to rush up there. But Charlie Wayne gets in front of you, and then he's taking up the whole doorway, so you kind of have while he gets through. But he is moving into the cockpit. Tiana.
One moment.
Seeing the mistake with the gun, she holsters it, and she just makes sure Justin's okay and stays quiet for this turn. At this point, she doesn't have a melee weapon or anything. I mean, she has her fists and feet, but she's not built for that.
Just roll a 20. Then it doesn't matter. Justin acknowledges, what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably not going to take a shot, considering he's got a shotgun.
Sure, it'd be fine.
She gave it to him just in case. It's like only if you have to.
All right, so I think the only person that hasn't gone this turn is Uriah.
But I think the small aggro.
Yep. It's the
Sometimes
Hobbit.
just
I'm
take
sure.
Hobbit aggro.
Oh, I didn't have the guy on the floor do anything.
He got put on the floor.
He's getting.
Not the one that fell, the one you already had.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
The one in the cockpit, not the one that's getting curve stomped. He's pretty well taken care of.
Yeah. Still has the full weight of Vika on him. Well, maybe not the full weight, because she did have to trip that guy, but...
I am
Right, I
back.
think you're the only one who hasn't gone.
I am. Yeah, it's just about that time where it was getting to there. It's the Hobbit decided to show up. So who is in the cockpit? I know you said Charlie Wayne was getting in there.
Yes, he basically blocked Freddy from being able to get in quick enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Charlie Wayne goes
can-
running past you.
Mm-hmm.
And the initial guy that Vika tackles is trying to get out from under her and get a beat on her with his gun.
I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Okay.
Please don't hit your sister.
I'm going to say that it's risky. If you miss him, you may hit Vika. On the other hand, if you don't, he'll hit Vika. So
10 dead on.
all right. So that is 3 damage.
2.
Oh, sorry, 2.
Yeah, I don't have heavy weapons. This is plasma though, because it's a plasma pistol.
Well, in that case, it probably like runs across rather than being a straight on hit. It probably just burns a streak across his chest that just clipped him. But yeah, he yells and his shot goes wild. But like into the floorboards.
Yeah.
Because obviously in a sci-fi spaceship, it's boards on the floor anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm referring to, though.
Hey, if it works.
All right, so that is the end of that round.
Mhm.
So who would like to go first?
Vika would like to continue to punch the guy that she has pinned down.
Okay. Now, Charlie Wayne is in the cockpit, ready to help whoever. Think of him as like a floating accuracy
Well,
that any of you could call out for him to assist you in whatever specific thing you're doing.
could we have him basically keep the third guy that's in there, the one that was tripped, from doing anything or put disadvantage on him?
Yeah, that sounds fine too. Yeah.
Unless anyone else wants to use them for advantage.
Good.
Okay. And Vika will call out, get the guy that I tripped, and just keep punching the guy on the floor.
All right, so Charlie runs over and starts trying to grab that guy. And then Vika, you said you were punching.
Yep, the guy on the floor.
Okay.
I think I get still inaccurate. Do I get? I don't get any accuracy for him being prone. I just get a +1.
I believe that's correct.
Okay,
You get accuracy for prone,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
so they'd cancel the inaccurate.
$10.
No.
All right. He goes limp.
Why'd you do D5?
Oh. It would have just been a +5. I'm sorry. So it would have been. It still would have worked, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't brain right now. So yeah.
Can any of us brain right now?
Nah, it's two Tuesday.
Brain.
It's Tuesday. That's right.
All right. She will then just. Once the guy goes limp, she's definitely either kicking the guy's gun out of the way or pocketing it, whichever one is quicker.
Okay. Slap it to the other side of the.
Yeah, and kind of
Basically-
passes over at the pilot.
Basically,
You good?
you
You good?
slide it over there, and the pilot catches it with his foot and kicks it even further.
And
If you can clear out my cockpit, I will be great.
Working on it. And her next turn, she would move to help anyone else in the cockpit or slap a healing patch on Cortev.
So we have one being curb stomped outside, one dead on the ground.
Ground.
That leaves
Just
two
unconscious.
Yeah, he's been punched. He's probably just unconscious.
Yeah.
So Vika
So
could
that
probably
leaves
hit
two
really hard with that weighted middle thing in the front of her. Yeah, I don't know.
one guy.
Concussed.
say-
He's concussed.
How
It also
many-
has the pneumatic enhancements too.
Severely concussed.
And
All
I
right,
would
Patrick,
ask, who else? Do we still have any actual combatants?
There are
active?
still two guys. There's the guy that shot Cortev. He is still up, and there's the one that Charlie Wayne is interfering with, basically preventing the other, that guy from taking an action this round.
He would still be on the ground because he got tripped.
Yeah.
All right. And this might be a hack fix for this, because what I'm going to do is, when I run up to him, I'm essentially going to disable his gun. In other words, like force the magazine to eject, pull back the slide so it can't fire.
Okay. You're basically disarming him, but you're doing so by sabotaging his equipment.
Correct. And mechanic in this case, or I don't know that's going to apply. So
I wouldn't apply it here, no.
all right. Hey,
All right. That guy no longer has a functioning gun, so the best he could do was punch you and Charlie Wayne anyway. Cortev.
Kind of busy getting his blood back into his system.
Scoop it up, pour it back in.
Get a funnel, just go click, 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 click.
it's all-
As far as anything else, we've got one more left. Yeah, that's how I understand this.
Yeah, there's the guy in front of you,
Yep.
and there's a guy he's on the ground, and Charlie Wayne and Freddie are basically over there hassling him.
They can hassle him. I'll get the other guy.
All right, he's standing right there, Freddie.
Sorry, you and
Yep.
Patrick moved.
It was an accident. I accidentally turned off my camera for.
Ah.
yeah.
Um,
I saw you blink out for a second there.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to do something else.
That was an 8, unfortunately. So
Still
Alright.
trying to get that blood back in.
yeah, that shot rocked him.
So yeah, you go to wrestle him. He just kind of like, and butt of his rifle across your face. Wow. So that's another point.
Ah, you piece of shit!
Is Tiana able to get into the cockpit where Cortev is?
Uh,
I mean, she's small, but
she'd be about half in. Cortev is just inside the door.
okay.
Just hobbit slide between people's legs.
Oh, she's trying to get to Cortev, so that's why.
Yeah. She could probably get far enough in there to get to Cortev.
I'm using a full action and patching him. You get half of your hit points.
Oh, nice. Is there a roll for that, or you just use the equipment?
Yeah, it just use the equipment.
Okay.
2 questions.
Mhm.
Is it half of my current hit points, or is it half of my total
Half
hit
of-
points?
Maximum HP. Half of your
Okay.
maximum HP.
Second question, round up or down?
It does not say round up or down. So
Storyteller
GM
call.
choice, I guess.
Round down.
All right, I'm up to. Okay, I'm up to 6.
I'll see if
Cool.
I can find anything on that, but it doesn't say anything about rounding up or down.
All right. Uriah,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
Honestly, I think he's gonna stay out of the way.
Okay.
There's enough folks in there.
All right, Freddie, you and Charlie Wayne are dealing with this guy. He's effectively disarmed, so are y'all going to beat him unconscious or just try to pin him and secure him?
Alright, the trick is though, normally I try to talk this guy down, but I suspect this guy's fanatical, but I can at least try.
Okay. You still get the advantage because Charlie Wayne's there being big and intimidating. Or not advantage, accuracy.
I'm just sort of like, all your friends are out of the fight. Just put your hands up. And that's now +8.
I'll say, can I give an accuracy by
That's
time
a-
again, actually?
That is exactly a 10.
All right.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Charlie
he
Wayne.
stopped. He stopped resisting. Charlie Wayne rolled him over and zip ties.
Love how we all have zip ties. It's great.
Well, he did because he was literally out on a mission to get somebody. So
Yeah.
The most versatile tool in a Lancer kit, zip tie.
takes
Keep
care
your
of
cables
cable management,
organized.
kidnap victims, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uses a tourniquet in an emergency.
Yeah.
So now there is only the guy dealing with Cortev. What you doing, Cortev? Or did we do you already?
Huh?
Who has not gone this round?
I went.
I think everyone's gone.
Yeah.
I've gone. I'm
That's-
basically
Technically, I've gone twice because my first turn in this round was basically.
Oh, that's right. I guess that was you. Was us flipping
Yeah.
flipping right. I need to get a round counter for the out of mech stuff.
It's just like Cortev feels something cold on his wound, and he looks over, and there's nothing there.
No, there's a little like the sci-fi spray going.
Yeah. No. All you see is the spray. You don't see the person.
Yeah.
You're probably more noticeable when you're interacting with them.
Yeah.
All right, so after Freddy, then, since he'd be the top of this round, who wants to go next? There's one dude left.
I'm down to punch another person.
I think Cortev in this particular round is going to stand perfectly still so that the whatever's going on is it's like keeps spraying. It doesn't like miss.
Oh no, it's just one round. It's all good. Yeah.
And then he gets up and he's gonna try to do something about this.
Now,
No one. Yes.
you can always assist each other.
Yeah.
One of you goes, "I'm helping so and so," makes the roll with advantage. Or, accuracy.
I'll yell at Vika, "Go high!" and then I'll do the thing where like we trip somebody.
So you tell her to
She
go
doesn't have
high,
to-
and you go low.
Yes,
She doesn't know if it's tripping or punching, so she's like punching the guy high.
that works.
All right, then Vika, give me a roll with an accuracy.
Accuracy.
Which will just cancel out the inaccurate. So maybe you should make the roll, because you would get an accuracy then.
Huh?
Her weapon is inaccurate.
Ah, I see.
Sarah's trying to game the system instead of just going narrative.
It was Cortev's idea.
Yeah,
So-
he told you to punt. He told you to go high, so it's you doing something.
I
that
can
he's-
still roll it. Okay, I'll roll it.
Jesus Christ.
Just roll a 20.
How hard could it be?
I mean, I'm
19,
trying to
close
roll
enough.
a 20.
Close enough.
19. Did you add your grit?
Yes, because I have a 4 fist to face and 1 grit.
Okay.
You also would get accuracy, right?
So I got more than a 20.
Okay.
But again, no, the accuracy cancels out her inaccurate on her weapon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
forgetting about that too. Even though we were
Sorry.
just talking about it.
That's all good.
So yeah, you punch him. It does some damage. He stumbles back where Cortez dropped down, like high school style.
Yep.
He kind of stumbles back over Cortez,
Hits his head on the wall.
bangs his head on the wall, and he is out. Like maybe not completely unconscious, but like sitting there like dazed. You can almost see the little birdies flying around his head, or whatever flies on this planet.
Little lancers with flappy wings.
So you have neutralized everybody. You have neutralized the hostiles.
Tiana is immediately unstealthing and checking both the co-pilot and pilot.
The co-pilot's clearly been slapped around a little bit.
I'll kind of like dust myself off and walk towards the pilot. I'd be like, "Hey, you wanna?"
He is all you. As soon as you drop that last guy, you felt the whole plane shift ever so slightly.
Glad we're all on the same page here.
Yep.
Up till now, he was just keeping it steady, so we all were fighting.
And I actually go up to the pilot. So they pretended to be Union troops, and that's how they got on board.
Yeah, they even had a proper code. The identification code, not like a secret code. They were wounded stragglers that had gotten separated from their unit. Everything checked out. That unit's been supposed to be active in the area. And then as soon as they got on board, they jumped Bobby over there.
Pull out a wire. One of the unconscious guys, does they have any comm equipment on them?
Yes, they've got a more or less standard looking comm unit. Though it is one of local make, not like the usual Union stuff.
I'm going to try a hack fix in this regards, or in this case, just simple investigate. See if I can find any kind of identifiers who these people actually are.
Okay.
It would be hack fix, investigate. It's all +2 in this ace for me.
Okay. So yeah, any of those would probably be hack would probably be the one.
And if I got anyone care to give me?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
And you just hear while this is going on, you just hear Ty
Or
talk to her.
so that is
NHP just
you know,
says,
just-
"Thank you, Rabbit."
so just
Yeah.
roll a 20.
Rabbit's like, you told me to look around. I looked around. I just told you what I saw.
Yeah.
If that saved you all, well,
You hear Rabbit over the comms activating smug mode.
So yeah, you start working on that. Y'all get into it fairly quickly. He has got what you can figure out is basically like he could walk up and show a Union ID, over his little wrist comm. But that is counterfeit. He has also got a Shinar, one of the Matt Shinar IDs. which identifies him as a soldier. You see his serial number, you know. His most recent orders was they had a basically they knew you were extracting someone. Well, I mean, they knew you were extracting Focus. And they had both, you know, Justin Focus, the name, and then his whatever the alias was he was using. And while it doesn't specify from the sounds of it, of the message, this was not the only squad of guys they had wandering around like this to try to intercept, you know, your extraction vehicle. But you don't specifically find anything in here that would make you think it's the same cultist guys from before. This guy seems to be military.
Okay.
Any of you can notice now at closer observation that their uniforms aren't quite right. You know, like they're pretty good, but little details are
doesn't
off.
go there.
Yeah, just little details are off.
Are they still curb stomping the guy outside?
No, they stopped once he went unconscious.
Just imagine we all walk out of the cockpit and they're still curb stomping.
They're horrible, but they're not monsters.
I'm sorry, we weren't supposed to curb stomp. Oh, I'm sorry.
Charlie Murphy's like undoing. Or I said, call it. I'm gonna call him that all night, aren't I? Charlie Wayne is like undoing his belt. Doc, come check this out.
You can go back to like the cargo bay for that. No one wants to see your ass, sir.
And Doc is like, no one does, but it's my job.
Godspeed, Doc.
Ty's just sitting there like fixing like what she can for the co-pilot, and she's just like, glad it's him and not me.
As he's walking by, another guy in his squad smokes, just holds out a flask that Doc takes the hit off of.
Hey, I got shot here, please.
You want your ass like that too?
Want the swig.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he walks over and gives it to you.
Takes like half of it and hands it.
And fear not for Charlie Wayne's ass. It's only a bruised.
Lightly bruised by a round.
And
I didn't say lightly bruised. I mean, you know.
And before
You take a shot. You take a shot in Kevlar. You gonna have some nasty bruises.
Gonna sit on one of those donut pillows for a week.
And after they secured the people, she's like, "Well, Charlie Wayne, you can play your card game now."
Oh yeah, right. Only he winds up having to sit like half off the chair. Uncomfortable.
If nothing else, Jellicoe's gonna like us bringing back these folks for them.
Yeah. You took all four of them. Did you take all four of them? Yeah, all four of them alive. I don't think y'all shot.
Nope.
At least not fatally. Did not fatally shoot any of them.
It was a plasma weapon.
Yeah.
I'll just sit on a crate and watch the people lose.
We might have advantage. You might be distracted by the bruised butt.
That's a good point. Would he be?
I suppose I could throw an accuracy out there.
Let's say, how are we all doing this, sir?
Just a bunch of dice rolls.
Yeah.
How we do everything.
All right. I don't
We
think
just
any of
roll
you
a
do.
20.
Any of you have a actual gambling skill?
I could use charm to do a poker face.
Stay cool.
Stay cool could work. Charm, I'll let work.
And this whole time, I'm leaving Evie online, and Rabbit is just doing scans. Just
Of the cards?
No, just of the surrounding.
Oh, I thought Tiana was like going to cheat her ass off.
No, Tiana's not playing. She's sitting on a crate watching people lose money. She's not a gambler.
All right, I think Uriah and Cortez were going to play.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody give me a roll.
Plus grit?
Sure.
Okay.
We're losing so much money. Fantastic.
I mean, I got 12.
I got a 16.
Vika's losing so much money. Fantastic.
Vika's losing money.
I'm losing money.
Where was your roll?
Mine was
Oh,
6.
6. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, we had 2 6s back to back, which added up to 12.
So then,
So yeah,
technically we don't.
Freddy and Vika lose bad. Charlie Wayne's
happen.
about middle of the road for the group. But yeah, most of the money goes home with Uriah and Cortez. With Cortez, you know, doing the best.
I called this shot. I called this shot. He's pointing at his chest. It's like a frozen over wound.
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh, I didn't realize that was you. Okay.
There's only so many invisible people, you know.
And there's
That could have been Justin.
That's true. That's true.
Too short.
Alright, I'm gonna go rest this off. And he'll toss he'll toss whatever our currency is, like the equivalent of like $5. Just like, there you go, that's table money.
For the next round, just table.
Yeah.
Well, since you did that, Charlie Wayne does want y'all to play one more round, so you know, we're not gonna roll for that, but yeah.
Yeah.
He does his best to convince everybody else to play at least one more.
Yeah.
You know, in you know, in honor of Cortez's generosity.
And sacrifice.
I mean, do you want us to roll another?
No, that's not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, Uriah will play another game.
Yeah, Vika's just happy to be doing something that doesn't involve getting shot at. She got to beat someone up. It was a good day.
I think Cortez goes to his we have like bunks, yeah.
Not
So
really.
this-
This is not that. This is not a, you know. I mean, this is the equivalent of like a cargo, almost like a cargo
Taking-
plane.
Take
Okay.
a nap in the.
You know, he's got room for a lot of
Yeah,
mechs. You don't
shit.
really have living quarters per se.
I'll take I'll have my I'll have grid space bring its arms down and just like I'll sleep like that.
Just princess holding you.
Yeah. Just princess carrying me.
I mean, if it works.
It's probably a hard bed to lay in.
Oh, it's got like little
But y'all, I mean, y'all got your sleeping rolls and stuff, you know.
roll my
Modified
sleeping roll
hammock.
over it. And he'll take out some bits and bobs and actually dress the wound instead of like having a spray over it. Put a wrap or something over it just to make sure it stays put.
Well, I'm sure Tiana probably fixed you up a little better once the fight was over.
Sure.
She would.
Just
Yeah, she wouldn't have just left it with instant jail. She would have checked you out.
okay, cool. Then yeah, he will be grateful for that as he falls asleep.
All
After
right,
the
the rest-
second game, Vika would probably be like, should we call ahead and let them know we have some folks that they might need to come and retrieve when we get off?
Pilot's like, oh yeah, as soon as we started getting settled back, and I got the plane turned, or I got the ship turned around, I've called and let them know, you know.
Shenanigans occurred.
Cool.
Yeah. He's like, you know, yeah, I was hoping y'all would catch on. That I didn't expect y'all to catch on so quick. I figured I was gonna have to, you know, leave y'all
After
strapped
the day-
in back
after-
there until you actually said something. But
After the few days we've had, I didn't trust anything.
yeah,
After the week they've
paranoia
had.
will keep you alive when they're actually after you.
I'm a medic also, so I kind of have to be paranoid a little bit.
I mean, honestly, when he didn't give us the all clear and our friend here wanted to just really play poker, we're all like, ominous. So you can thank the poker game. And he just gestures over to Rabbit.
Just waves.
That's the Will Smith.
Mhm.
But yeah, rest of your trip back home goes uneventfully.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Whee!
Can take a nap.
Mhm.
With rotating ships to make sure the four hostages are not doing anything suspicious.
There's like 10 of us, so there's plenty of people to rotate out.
Mhm.
One guy with a swollen face.
He can't see anything. It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, the curb stomp guy probably doesn't wake up for most of the trip.
She'll make sure he's okay, but
Hey, he's okay. There probably won't be any, loss of motor control or anything.
that's good.
All I know is at some point, when one of them wake up, your eyes are just like an inch or two from their face, just watching
No,
Correct.
them. Oh, good, you're alive. Pat, pat, pat. And then he walks off.
So you land back at the base. Commander Jellicoe is there to greet you as you come down the gangplank. Along with him is a very well-dressed older man, flanked by bodyguards.
Nah. Yeah, you
And
can figure out who that is.
Do you
think
that's Dad?
Well, we've seen a picture of him.
Yes, this is Senator Basil Focus.
As Uriah in no way is quiet.
Dude standing there fairly stoic. Justin walks up to him. As soon as he gets within, arm's reach of his father, though, his father snatches him up in like a big hug. Justin accepts kind of awkwardly.
Vika leans down to her brother. Well, at least it probably wasn't him that sent anyone to kill him, and says it quiet enough to where, like, no one else can hear.
But then he says a couple things to his son before he steps forward. The rest of y'all he's full composure. By the time he's trying to talk to y'all,
Totally. Single tear going down his face.
Yo.
You must be the workshop.
That would be us, sir.
I just want to thank you, bottom of my heart, for going and getting my son back. War's dangerous enough when you don't have a specific target on your back like this.
Ty will step forward and she'll say, make sure he gets checked with some doctors. He did take a nice blow to the back of the head, and we kind of had to extract him quick. So.
Oh, understood. And he takes the time to get, introduce himself to each of you and shake your hands and stuff. Charlie Wayne's just sitting further back with his crew, with his arms crossed, like workshop liver.
Oh yeah, these guys helped us.
Yeah, they also assisted on the. Yeah, we would also with Tiana be like, yeah, they were assisting when the plane was hijacked, probably by the same people that were trying to kill him.
He steps over and introduces him. And then all of a sudden, Charlie Wayne wants to be modest. Oh well, we didn't do that much. We just backed him up for the last leg of the trip.
Okay.
And they march the prisoners off. Justin tells you all goodbye, whatnot before his father takes him off. once he's left, Commander Jellicoe steps up to you. Excellent work out there. We're working on the communications problem.
I need to work on the forward base problem. And another problem that came up during our road trip.
Yeah, we have shared the full report of what you've sent us so far with the League.
I also caused a problem for the other forward base.
Gotta finish that sentence faster.
What do you mean,
The enemy
Uriah?
base.
Okay. He looks a little less concerned. What did you do?
I'm basically breaking their servers.
Okay.
Should still be happening, actually.
Yeah, depending on what kind of specialist they have on board. But he's impressed with the attempt anyway.
What was that one acolyte of Naruto?
Yeah.
You know anything
Maybe we
about
should
that?
talk- Should we talk privately about that?
Had you sent that information? No, you hadn't sent that information out.
No.
I think that was at the farm.
yeah.
Commander,
Yes, you're right.
quick question. How thick of a book do you want on this?
Oh, God.
Be thorough.
Got it. As he literally pulls out a tablet and he's immediately writing.
Commander Jellicoe is not a man that shies away from the paperwork. And he makes sure no one else does either.
We'll say the only thing left out of this report is the fact that Uriah has the access codes for that, like, chief. What was the dude's name?
The admin codes that the
Yes.
the guy that abandoned used.
That's the only thing he leaves out. Is that he transferred those access codes to himself.
Okay, which access codes are we talking
It's
about?
the guy who was in the systems
Okay.
of the forward base, who was like putting in all the bugs and
okay.
stuff.
You got his admin passwords. Okay. Yeah.
that's the only thing Uriah leaves out, is that he basically transferred those admin passwords to himself for his own use.
Gotcha. So you've got a backdoor into forward bases systems if y'all ever go back.
Just in case we need to get free Wi-Fi.
Well, you never know.
Never know.
So Jellicoe tells you, basically as y'all are walking, he's like, we'll do a forward debrief tomorrow. Around noon. Try to have your reports in by then. If there, basically, if there's anything you think is a priority, he needs to know. Let him know now.
Turncoats are everywhere? Question mark.
And also probably wait until they're in a more private setting.
Uh,
Because we don't know if turncoats are in this base.
I will say Uriah would, like, as he's typing, he opens up like a message thing and shoots a peer-to-peer message to the commander,
Okay.
basically saying there's a third party playing all sides.
Well, I was going to tell y'all to get some food and catch sleep in a real bed. Why don't we go to my office briefly?
Oh,
Sounds
That
good.
would be advised.
Sounds
Can
good.
I get this looked at first?
I looked at you.
I know, but like hospital.
Do you want me to carry you? Is that it?
Yes, do it. As Uriah chimes in, as he's already walking to the commander's office as he's typing.
She's like, "What? Do you not trust me?"
I trust you.
Jellicoe walks up and kind of gives you a little look over. Hey, you're excused from this little meeting. You can go get checked out in medbay if you want.
Annoyed
Didn't
rabbit
think I
just
would-
walking towards Jericho's.
Didn't think I'd get so much shit for getting shot.
She patched you.
It's a patch. It's not full healing.
When you get to keep health points back.
Kinda did.
Really, it's a vanity thing. He just wants to go where they'll get rid of the scarring.
Yeah.
But the rest of you file into Jellicoe's office.
As they're walking lanes over to Tiana, could you shoot me so I can get out of this meeting?
Oh, right. I didn't get my shotgun back from Justin. Oh.
He probably put it back in the equipment rack where it belongs. So.
Does Evie have a shotgun rack?
I mean,
it's right behind the seat. Well, usually it's right behind the seat, except when Justin was sitting back.
Yeah, now it's like laying against the window.
Nice.
Safety on.
How did that get there?
So anyway, Jellicoe gets y'all set in his office. All right, what is this third party you're talking about?
Have you ever heard of Acolytes of Naruto?
No, but I'm not overly familiar with the local religions.
She sends the information from Rabbi to him. Like the both scans for Abton and for the cities.
Yeah. Uriah is he's like in the back of the office, literally pacing from wall to wall as he's typing. He chimes in, yeah, when we were kind of ambushed and attacked, it's a whole bunch of people wearing Union symbols and what was the name of the and the Shinar symbols, and they were told to kill Justin and pin it on the Shinar to make it look like they did it.
And when I scanned one of them, it came back with a pilot code for Acolyte of Naruto.
And then on our flight back, we had a whole bunch of people dressed up in Union gear that had the access codes for the Union that technically weren't Union that took over the ship.
And actually point out, however, those people appear to be actual Shinar soldiers.
So all this is going on, Jellicoe's eyes are just following Uriah as he's marching back and forth, clearly annoyed that he's pacing and all that, but he doesn't say anything.
I mean, his fingers, like as he's typing on this tablet, are flying over the screen.
Just very quietly to Jellicoe, sir. If you try to stop him, it'll just get worse. It's just better to let him run out his energy.
Some people have to fidget. It's just
he's not spinning in a chair.
Fair point.
I mean, to be fair to you, Commander, if I stop, you know there's a problem.
I'll remember that in the future. I'm sure we'll get to see it at some point. But yeah, these acolytes, that's alarming. So, what did they plan to accomplish by pinning it on the Shinar?
Yeah,
I mean, we're already at war with them.
Yeah.
Well, with as much infiltration as we saw for this entire trip, it could be that they're pinning the war on each other so that the war continues.
Another thing and I actually bring this up, part of the reason why we arrived to this planet, at least when the Union got involved, it was because Shinar's, apparently the increase of war crimes have increased.
Jellicoe looks very that's part of it, yes.
My concern is that so far the crimes have been on the Shinar side. I'm worried, considering it was a senator's son, someone was trying to get the war crimes to be on this side as well.
Trying to get things trying to escalate things.
Correct.
That's possible.
I mean, does the senator have any big stake in this war politically or anything? Would his son dying have, made him sway one side or the other, or?
it might have made him push for more extreme measures. Based on our psych evaluation of him. Or profile of him.
Thus escalating the conflict, potentially making things worse. Or maybe the escalation of the conflict is what would allow Shannara to bring out greater weapons that they might have hidden away. He says he's still pacing.
Or somebody else profits off of it.
And question in one regard, because in briefings there is a third nation on this planet that has so far been neutral and been supplying weapons, correct?
There's a couple of others, but yes, Farlinden, which is just slightly to the north, kind of branches over. I don't have the map ready. All right, show you. They are neutral. They do sell resource. They do sell supplies, equipment, raw materials to both sides. But they trade with both sides, even not in war times, quite a bit. And then, the smaller nations are further away and less involved. So,
because I'm trying to figure out, as you said, who would get the most advantage of this. Having the two major powers on this planet almost annihilate each other would benefit somebody.
That's very possible. Though if they brought out large scale weapons. Well, even if having your two neighbors annihilate each other would be useful, if you're right next door to them, there's certain weapons you wouldn't want them to be using.
That is true.
But anyway, we'll do the full debriefing tomorrow. I will get people researching this Naruto.
And that when he sent the logs to him from Rabbit, it has that pilot's code as well. I assume I got that in the scan.
Yeah. You got in. I believe it was Abton's name. Abton.
Yeah.
Acolyte.
I didn't know if I got
Naruto.
the pilot code too or not. Hence the reason why it would give me the Acolyte of Naruto.
They might be able to pull up his Lancer license. Depending on which company it is and how much they want to cooperate.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain privacy, concerns or whatever.
Yeah.
But with that, he dismisses y'all. Let's y'all go get some food, washed up. Cortez, you run into the med bay. The nurse there starts running, lays you down on the table, runs you through the full scan things. Oh, honey, what happened to you?
I got
Shot at point blank.
Yeah, it went clear through, didn't it? You're lucky it missed
Yeah.
bone and or in any arteries.
Yeah.
Looks like your field
But-
medic did a pretty good job of patching up.
Yeah, Tiana's really good. I just, better safe than sorry, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's limits to what you can do out in the field.
That's what I'm saying.
He knows. He was just giving you shit.
But I think this would have healed up fine regardless.
Just second opinions and all that. But yeah, Tiana's a fine medic. But
The 1.5 missions I've done with her.
Right after she fell out of a vent. Fine medic.
Yeah. Just wait till she natural ones or crit fails a medic check.
oh
Your
god,
arm falls off.
I'm not sure that syringe of sedative you were giving him needed to go into his eye.
I didn't give you a stim. I gave you a sedative.
You now have a
no.
crippling addiction. Congratulations.
Oh no.
We have to amputate. It's perfectly fine. We have to amputate.
Wrong limb.
Wrong lever.
You even have that lever.
From then on, just carry a Sharpie around and label which leg. This leg.
Do not cut here. Next mech is named Medical Malpractice.
There it is. We got there.
All right. So what do y'all spend the rest of the day doing? I mean, you do have to file your. You do have to fill out your reports.
Yeah,
for the next day, but-
He's still. Cortez will have his report. The exact hour it's due.
Reports are getting typed up.
Yeah,
Vika
more or
will
less.
kind of peek over Uriah's shoulder every now and then, just kind of copy some details, adjust them as needed. Change it
Ties
just enough so Jellica doesn't know.
giving as much information as she possibly can, including the NHP data.
Okay. I'm just picturing Vika just copy pasting into like Chat GPT. Rephrase this.
No, she'll rephrase it herself, but she's like, oh yeah, that did happen. That was I on that side of the building. Ah.
I will give a more detailed breakdown of how bad the infiltration was at the other base.
That's kind of what your report focuses on.
Yeah, because because not only did we have infiltrators try to hijack us, they already had infiltrators waiting for us at the base.
Well, now the ones at the base were not waiting on you guys.
Oh yeah, they were already there. Yeah.
One of them had been there kind of long term, and the rest of them had kind of shown up somewhat just shortly after Justin. And I mean, it's an entire big military base, and there were what, 4 or 5 infiltrators. It's not so bad.
That's one too many.
That we knew of.
But so you turn your reports in the next day.
Uriah's is dense.
Hello, yes. This is the entirety of the the dictionary rewritten.
It's on 2 data pads.
Takes a good 10 minutes to download.
They're really nice diagrams. Damn.
So you go in for the official debrief. You go back over the stuff you told him last night, but with more detail. He asked questions based off y'all's individual reports.
Yeah.
That he has apparently read them all, or maybe he listened to them at 1/2 speed, 1.5 speed. Who knows? But he got through them all some kind of way. He does not have much information on this Naruto. But the League has heard of it. It's some kind of or it's a deity worshipped by some small religion over in Matt Shinar. A religion that has given the Shinar problems from time to time. But usually small scale, kind of local stuff. But they definitely seem to be, even in their teachings, they seem to be pretty pro spreading their message by conquest sort of thing. They've essentially tried to take over small settlements before. Basically, the Shinar have them listed almost like terrorists. But up until this point, they didn't seem to have really gotten involved in the war, per se.
Mhm.
And he really doesn't know where they'd be getting Lancers from.
It could just be one loony that happens to share the religion, or it could be something else.
Fair, fair. But so far, that's all he's got on that. Again, he congratulates you on a job well done. The senator was quite, the senator had, made it once. Justin was back. They publicly come out and said, spoken about this, that he had to come back from the front lines because of this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
He's spoken very highly of of you. Not specifically by name, but you made the Union look good, so gold star there. And you've got a few days off for, he's gonna give you a few days of leave after trucking around as much as y'all did. Which will also give Cortev time to finish healing up.
Yep. Yeah.
So unless there's anything else you want to bring up to him, he will dismiss you.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
As soon as they, because we would. This is also us like leveling up or getting an increase in our license level.
Yes,
Does that come up?
Yeah, basically, because we're kind of going into the downtime now.
Yeah. So as soon as Cortev hears license level and moving up, he immediately starts like sending emails again.
Who is he sending emails to?
All around. He's casting a wide net, but I can end mission now.
Yep.
All right. Level up. But yeah, he's sending a bunch kind of everywhere. Trying to see where is my current. There it is. But he seems to be getting weird messages back from Horus, so he's like, I like them.
On CompCon, you can switch over to the Horus skin, and weird stuff starts popping up in the chat.
Ooh.
There's also,
I want to say even after you swap it back to something else.
yeah, there is a small chance on CompCon that if you are on one of the other two, it immediately, when you loads the page, goes to Horus. There is a small chance for it to do it automatic.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what he spends his that's what he spends the majority of his downtime doing until he hears back from someone.
All right. So these someones you're sending it out to different companies, or?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just the big ones.
We're all in the same bunk, right? Bunker or barracks.
Yes. Y'all share barracks.
You guys see Tiana get a new casket.
Sorry, what?
A casket?
Yeah, that's what NHPs are stored in, is caskets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Caskets and shackling. Yeah, it's like they unless Horus is involved, someone has to come and physically deliver the casket. Because Horus will just send the NHP through the OmniNet to you.
They just airdrop it to you.
And that's exactly what they're doing with Cortev.
She's also tinkering with Rabbit to upgrade her so she's a student fragment now.
Yay! Yeah, I'm looking at doing that with Whip too. So
So she is now capable of independent thought and can make complex decisions and judgments and can act independently without instruction.
She is now truly a person.
One round with the assistance of your NHP, you may re-roll any mech skill or check or save. You must keep the result even if it's worse.
Okay. That's useful.
Yep.
Just roll a 20.
But she also has a new NHP that she's calling Koke. And
Are we allowed to say that on stream?
NHP, and it's an NHP that's just kind of shaking all the time, but has a cup of coffee and is drinking coffee all the time.
Too much coffee, man.
Mm-hmm.
Beak is drafting a very well written, well worded, probably not Vika-esque letter back to the SSC, requesting what they were promised.
What were they promised?
They leave the planet and behave and do well, and they'll send them on mechs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're getting your license. You're checking on your license, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
And Rabbit is contacting her home station of IPSN and is getting a Lancaster.
All right. Well, they check your reports. Oh yeah, these guys seem competent enough. We can afford to bump them up.
Yeah.
Now, Jeremy, which one is it you were wanting to go with Cortev? I have forgotten.
It's the
I mean, you
Hydra.
mentioned horse, so okay.
I believe it's a Hydra. I'll
Just
double check
appears.
here in just a moment.
Because y'all will now be at license level 2, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah. And Patrick, what company was Freddie going to stick with?
I was looking at going full Saladin, but now I'm from a RP standpoint, at least kind of how he views. I'm debating whether keeping him, like, just see how much I can stick in an Everest, so.
It's a viable option. Everests are good middle of the roaders. They can do a lot of stuff. They just won't be as good at it as these specialist mechs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I
You
can
can
still
really
get.
do whatever you can with other mechs with the Everest. So
And you don't have to make the decision right now. I don't mean to be putting y'all on the spot.
No.
Now, before the next mission, are there any downtime actions any of you would like to take?
Gonna get another damn drink.
All right.
And probably just get kind of a bead on the other team. If they go out somewhere for a drink and like mention, hey, anyone want to come? Yeah, sure, why not? Just kind of get to know the other team a little bit more.
All right.
Charlie Wayne and his team.
So give me
Also,
a
I
roll
still
out.
need the stuff from the previous.
All right, and the previous one you had made a friend, correct?
1 second, let me get back to. I tried to level up and I had a bit new screen. Friend or connection, useful item, or piece of information.
And you had gone with.
I'd gotten both because I rolled, I think, like a 19 or a 20.
Okay, gotcha. So your friend is Sage Lester. He is an intelligence analyst for the League. So he works in the spy business. He is not actually a spy himself.
Okay. And the useful item or piece of information.
That one I have to admit I'm drawing a blank on. I'm trying to think of what would be useful
Really shiny penny.
that you could pick up. What is something that you could pick up?
You can always give it to me later too.
Yeah. But I keep saying I've been putting it off.
So good. Yeah, let me roll for the thing. 1 second. Is it under narrative profile or where's it at?
Narrative profile. Oh wait, what are you looking for? Sorry.
The downtime activity.
Oh,
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember
on
where
you have to go in active mode. I found
Yeah.
out. I just noticed that too.
There. Where's it from here? Oh, end mission. Okay. Requires a d20 roll. 1 second.
All right.
And I would just have a group, so if I don't have any other modifiers. 18.
All right. So that's a 10 to 19.
I gain, let's say I'll gain a friend or connection and lose. I'll just put I lose the useful item or piece of information. That way I don't have to think of a useful item.
Okay. So you're taking another friend?
Yeah. And she'd gone out with the other pilot group, other Lancer group.
Okay. Would you like a member of that Lance to be your friend? I mean, they're already on friendly terms with you.
Considering she could probably arm wrestle Charlie Wayne to a standstill, she'll do Charlie Wayne as a friend.
All right. So Charlie Wayne Watts is now your friend, not just a friendly coworker.
You got what I need.
I see you too partake of the swole. Come,
Like
let
the-
us.
Like Full Metal Alchemist were the two guys.
Come, let us flex on the future together.
How have I never seen more than 1 or 2 episodes of that show? But somehow I know exactly what you're talking about. Like you're referencing.
It's
I don't know if
iconic.
you're referencing like the 1 episode I've seen, or if I've just seen that clip.
It's pretty iconic.
It's a pretty iconic clip.
Yeah, it's also kind of weird for me simply because I have. It's kind of like how I have never watched an episode of SpongeBob, but I know everything about it through memes.
I can't claim that. I used to watch cartoons before I'd go to bed. And SpongeBob was on a lot. Alright, so Vika is relaxing in her downtime.
I'm waiting for her mech to come in. Or waiting for a response about her mech coming in.
Yeah. You get the STL, basically. Here, go print this.
No, they don't print them.
No, they don't.
Oh, do they not?
SSC
it's-
does not print.
As long as
No.
they have,
Oh, well, then it would take them a couple of years to ship it to you.
as long as they don't like to, as long as they have a
Yeah.
craftsman like nearby that makes it, they will like deliver it to you.
Yeah,
Could have been en
'cause-
route too.
That's
Yeah,
true. It's a specific type you're going for, so they might have something like that already in the area.
Mhm.
Yeah, because with them, in a lot of ways, consider them, they're very much the Gucci brand of the setting.
Gucci
Mhm.
and Genix.
Yeah. They go out of their way to actually. It's like if they can. They do printing, but they consider it more of a necessary evil than something they actually like to do.
Okay. Well, the big, one of the big space stations in orbit that are generally considered neutral in the conflict. Because they're mostly just there up there for economic purposes. We'll say they've got like an actual facility up there with the craftsmen, so you put your order in, they start putting the thing together, and they'll drop it. Drop it down
Just
to
a
y'all.
giant crate.
No, it's like 6 crates, some assembly required.
Ah,
God.
shit.
Oh, crap, I put the torso on backwards. Can we get the waist separated again?
Mm-mm-mm.
Give me that Allen wrench.
Space IKEA.
Space IKEA.
Enjoy your,
Do
your
need
cheap
a-
Swedish crap.
We do need a space IKEA faction.
All right, so like I said, Vika went out and got a drink. Arm wrestled Charlie Wayne. What is Tiana going to do in her downtime?
It depends on what. Like I'm very much debating on her doing the get creative and starting a project to where she can have a drone with her NHPs in it. Just like one drone per NHP that she would have if she has any more than two.
So they can like walk around with their own base, or
Yeah, so they can walk around. Eventually, Technophile, I'll just be able to do that, like it slots in or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, that one's far more Titanfall in that
Yes.
regard.
Mhm.
yeah, so I mean, it's up to you if I could do that, but she would be trying to see if she could maybe make a drone to where they could walk around with her on base rather than being stuck in her mech.
okay. Go ahead and give me a roll then for get creative.
And that's just 1d20, and then add the grit.
And the grit is now 2. Because it does go up 1 every license level.
It's
I
no grit is still +1. It's half your license level.
believe. Okay, it's every other. Okay, my bad.
It's 3. She doesn't even make any progress.
Oh, no, she doesn't.
She's like trying, and she can't think of a way to do it. So
Not a way that's stable, and you don't want anything unstable involved when it comes to the NHPs.
yeah, you don't want to have a drone that unshackles an HP as soon as you put it in there.
Well, I can put it in the drone, but it's completely unshackled when I do.
Next time you get this
Immediately
result for the
cascades.
same project, treat it as a 10 to 19. Okay, so
So next time, you're
Next-
sure to get some
yeah,
usefulness.
I'm basically like making a blueprint. Basically, at this point, it's a flawed blueprint,
Mhm.
but she'll take it to your help.
All right, Cortev, how are you going to spend your downtime?
I think. Let's see. I think Kortev is gonna scrounge and barter
Okay.
and just kind of go through not necessarily legal channels in the union.
So
but
local
will-
black market or local gray
black
market where it's a little more,
Yeah, it's not. It's suggested not to, but they don't say you can't.
All right, give me a 20-sided roll. Oh, well, first, let's see.
It will get me reserves.
What specifically are you looking for?
I think he kind of just wants to see what's out there before he can come out with like a specific item.
Okay.
But he wants to find. He wants to find something that is unique and cool looking. Whatever that looks like in the moment.
So are you looking for pilot gear, vehicle, narcotic?
Probably.
It's got to be something
probably
physical,
pilot
but
gear?
it doesn't necessarily have to be on the gear list.
Right. Probably pilot gear.
Okay.
Well, there is
Just some-
exotic gear you can find.
That's true too.
All right, well, give me a roll and let's see what you get. See how well you do.
That's gonna be if we're on. Oh, there it is. It's gonna be 16 plus 1, 17.
All right. So that's in the 10 or 19 range. You get what you want, but choose the price you need to pay. Time, dignity, reputation, health, comfort, and wellness.
What was the last one?
Health,
Health.
comfort, and wellness.
I think it just takes Cortev a long time, and that's like the only thing he does the entire time.
Okay. So he's just constantly hitting junkyards and pawn shops, basically.
Yeah, he has to like scrounge he's like everything in like the legal area he's able to work out of.
All right. At some point before next game, just drop me what it is you were looking for.
Yep.
Freddie, any downtime activities you want to get involved in?
I'm gonna get creative
Okay.
and playing off the cooling system that I worked out, more or less the pool stick. I'm gonna essentially try to make actually like a cooling jacket for the mech. I don't know if there's like a... Think of it almost like the resource bot where it lets me get rid of heat.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what you're doing. It's like maybe you got cans of
Like
liquid
coolers.
nitrogen or CO2 or something. Because reserves are the one-use items, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it'd be like an emergency quick cool down you could hit. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something that falls under the get creative.
Cooling. Alright, so... And that's mechanic and...
Yeah, mechanic would definitely fall into it.
And I got hack fixed. Well, invent create I also have as well.
Yeah,
so-
invent create would probably be what would help you with this one.
Ooh, unless...
Not much you can do when
Yep.
you roll a 1, though.
Well, so I didn't actually...
Because that's right, because you get the accuracy for the mechanic.
Yeah.
So that's a 1. Let's see, 1 plus 3.
Yeah,
Plus
it still
the two.
fail, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just means...
Let's see, you make less progress on your project the next time you get this result on the same project, treated as a 10 to 19.
So basically,
Gotcha.
you're making a blueprint, and then you're doing what I did.
Yeah, yeah. Makes the blueprint, maybe even a prototype that he realizes the flaw in. Uriah,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to do?
One moment.
Clotting.
One moment. Player is buffering.
I mean, there's a lot.
What specific downtime activity would you like to do?
Please hold while your player is reached.
Now, what he's going to do is yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's one thing I like about Lancer and the one thing I don't like about Lancer is there's a lot of stuff to do on downtime.
Yeah.
He's going to gather information.
All right.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an Omni hook, utilize that access code, those access codes that I got a hold of. And
Okay.
basically using invent create to create kind of like a listening system. So the information I'm getting is information from the front lines of the war.
Okay. So give me an 8d20 roll.
Okay. And do I get my background for this?
What was your background again?
Mechanic.
just.
I am building something, but
Let me just see what the background says specifically.
Mhm.
Ah, there it is. There's backgrounds. All right, mechanic. Grease Monkey Ranch Working Joe. This strikes me more as working on your frames or vehicles or what you're doing is more computer based. Even if you're assembling a specific device to do it, I don't think
fair enough.
it falls under mechanic.
Yeah, figured I'd ask.
Oh, yeah, never hurts to ask.
21.
All right, just roll 20.
Yep.
You get what you're looking for with no complications.
Mhm.
Because I want to say Patrick has used that one before and got a complication.
Correct.
That he
Yeah.
sort of circumvented by just immediately going in and confessing, hey, I did this thing.
Yeah. And also, you still haven't given me any information about what I learned.
Clearly, I have to make better notes for the downtime. All right, so I owe Patrick information. And was there anything specific you were looking for?
I was digging more into the causes of the conflict in itself.
Oh,
What
right.
started.
I do remember you bringing that up now, because I basically told you that I had not written up the excruciating detail yet. Info on origin of war. All right. And then Uriah has I'm just going to say virtual listening post on front line. So you can keep up with the goings on at forward base Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I believe I got everybody. Yeah, because Vika went to the bar.
Everybody.
Yep, that is everybody. All right, so we're going to wrap here. It's a little early. Like I said, I thought it would take y'all a little longer to realize your plane was going the wrong way.
Paranoia is a hell of a drug.
You're welcome.
It is. I'll have to find some way to make that bite you in the rear.
It already is.
But I hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed this one. I expect my apology now. When you healed your mix, I told you weren't really going to need it, and you doubted me.
We apologize for not believing you this time.
That's all I'm asking. I hope anybody that comes by and watches enjoyed it. Hope you show up next week. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me was Carr as Tiana, Jeremy as Cortev, Patrick as Freddy, Eric as Uriah, and Sarah as Vita. And we will see y'all next time.